Okay, so here's what's going to happen moving forward. So on the 1st of November, what I want to grab the number of members that each club has. And the reason why I'll do this is that I'll go back and I'll do you a growth chart based off industry averages and my averages over the last 20 years that I've used with all the businesses I've worked with. And what I'll do is I'll set you a designated appointment goal for the month. And what that means is that we work off appointments that need to be made, sales that need to be made. Obviously, we allow 5% for cancellations, and then we work off a growth target. So I want it to be really focused on growth rather than sales. We can focus too much on sales, and then for people who are not interested in sales, like the other team members in the club, it can be quite a negative thing. So what we want to do is talk about growth. So when I give you the growth chart, Kate might adjust it at times, and that's great, that we can adjust the growth chart over time. But the main thing is that I feel that these clubs, whilst the managers are really trying, they're really savvy in sales and stuff, I feel like we're setting ourselves up to lose every single month because we actually don't know specifically exactly the amount of appointments we need every day to be successful for the end of the month. So with me, I like to control those measures. I don't wait for walk-ins, and and if you've got a better closing ratio than what I do as an average, well, great. What that means is that if you can keep cancellations lower, or if you can close more sales, you'll just hit your goal quicker, which is just sweet. So that doesn't matter. I'd rather under budget a little bit. So what this means is that with the growth chart, you've got to show absolute transparency with the team. You bring everybody into it. You show all your team members. You keep talking about this growth target. Even if your receptionist is closing at 8:30 and someone wanted to cancel, they'll work really hard at saving that member. Even if it's not their job, they'll just make them feel welcome and really, show that we care and, talk to them and really help them. And then maybe obviously pass it on to the person handling the cancellation, but they'll try harder because they're in, really taking on the responsibility of this growth target for the team. So if we can get that growth target done, and it's just got to be the managers though, it's got to be non-negotiable. So what it means is that if the target for appointments tomorrow is 20, because we know that we need 20 to sell 5, then that's non-negotiable. Now, if there's no salesperson designated in that day, then the manager either needs to allocate themselves those hours to make those calls or other team members. And it just takes a half an hour role play with a receptionist or a trainer or, somebody around to then put them on the phone straight away afterwards and then generate those leads. It just can turn around that quickly. As long as there's a script and some training involved and the why and the goal target, you need to say, look, we need to get 1 in every 3 people should be booking in for a trial at least. So it's much easier to get people into trials than to sell over the phone. So we can close people when we're face to face. So let's just get them in for the trial if there's people doing the sales just to make appointments. So but we've got to make it as a club non-negotiable for those standards. So we can't just leave at the end of the day and there's no appointments tomorrow. That's just negligent for business growth. Everybody's got to be involved. Everybody's got to pitch in. And that way, the teams later on, after the end of January, after we've been working together for the next 3 months, they'll be happier. They'll be busier. They'll just get on with it. The members are happier. They see change. They see more members come in. They think they're onto a good thing. Everybody wins if we can get these numbers up, but it takes every single team member to be able to play a part. And sometimes it takes, senior staff to be able to jump in and do those calls and get those numbers up too. So let me get your growth charts together. Then what happens is after that, you think, wow, how do we make, 20 appointments a day? We'll work together on a strategy. So minimum, it needs to be 6 to 10 lead boxes out. Minimum, everybody needs to be getting a referral for every sale. Definitely it would be, if the person can't give a referral then in the point of sale, then the team member needs to get on the phone and speak to members and offer a week trial, or they need to just go on the gym floor and say, hey, Mary, do you exercise on your own all the time? Wouldn't it be more enjoyable with a friend? Don't worry, I'll get you a pass and you can bring someone in next week. Bring it over and just say, who do you think you're going to bring in? Joanne? Okay, Joanne, that's great. Can you just let her know that I'll be giving her a buzz to give her a appointment to validate her pass. Now, what's the best number to contact her on? And that way, that standard's there that every single sale, you say you sell 50, then you get 50 referrals. So really have to be non-negotiable standards with these things. After that, then we can work on alliances, we can work on some emails and phone call structure, and just create this constant pipeline of leads. It's just really important that this does not drop whilst there's operational issues to attend to in the club. So if you can get onto that, get the whole team involved, and I can't wait to get these growth charts to you by the end of the week.